I'm at it living. I've worked and bled, I've been at you giving my heart and sweat just for this position. That shit y'all shed looking non-existent. Put in overtime, kicked in overdrive, you can't override.
What's up everybody? Welcome back to Weekly Render Reset Part 2. First of all, I wanted to thank you for the great support for my first weekly Render Reset video. It did really well and I also got a lot of positive feedback from my viewers, and I should keep doing these videos, and that's why I'm here today and do part 2 of the series. I also started doing timestamps for the different items so you can find them quicker. Viewer recommended doing it, and yeah, thanks for the tip. I will do that from now on, and yeah, let's get right into the video. Yep. And right now I'm at the advanced weapon vendor, and they're selling a converted SMG9 which has unforgiving and competent. SMG9 is, from damage wise, it's basically almost the same as the MP5. The only downside of it is that it has no grip, as you can see. That makes it lose like 15% crit damage, 17% crit damage, something like that. So if you don't have a good MP5 or a good MP7 or a good AUG, then this is a pretty good pickup. If you already have one of those weapons with good talents, I would not buy this. The Autumn's Hope safe house, they have a really good firearms mod with crit chance on it. That is almost maxed, so I would definitely buy this. This safe house right here, the vendor selling a must buy for any skill builds or group orientated PvP builds, and that is a vigorous chest piece with skill haste, health on kill, ammo capacity and electronics. Camp Hudson, the vendor selling electronic mod with crit chance. It's great if you want to balance out your stats, so go ahead and pick those up. If you missed the specialized backpack last week, then don't worry, in the Ward safe house they're selling another one which has also really good stats. Stamina, stability, ammo capacity, you can roll health, crit damage or whatever you want. The Southpaw safe house vendor is selling a really good refreshed mask. It has pretty high firearms, enemy armor damage and burn resistance. In the Grindhouse they are selling a pretty decent weapon, an AUG with competent, dominant and fierce. It's of course not the best rolls, but pretty solid talents, like 3 damage talents, it's better than nothing. And if you compare the damage to my AUG, it's pretty good. The DZ9 checkpoint, the vendor is selling a pretty good Omega rifle suppressor. It has 14% headshot damage, 3% crit damage, 2.5 crit chance. So you could either use that on your sniper rifle, because headshot damage makes more sense than crit damage. Or if you are on PC, you could also use that for your M4. If you're on console, I wouldn't recommend using one of those on your assault rifle though. The Park Avenue, the vendor is selling an MP7 which has competent, adept and hurried on it. And competent and adept are actually pretty good for burst damage, so you increase your base damage and you increase your crit chance for 15 seconds, which is actually pretty decent, and plus skill haste is more viable in this level 29 bracket, so it's actually not a bad MP7. At East 42nd Street, the vendor is selling pretty good nimble holster with pretty high main stats and skill haste on it. You only need to reroll stamina and then like put some division tag in there to boost up your stats. And they're also selling a large suppressor for your assault rifles with pretty good stats, 14% crit damage, 2.5 crit chance, 4.5 headshot damage. I would definitely buy this one. This checkpoint right here, There's actually a pretty decent pair of knee pads on sale. They have high firearms, health, bleed resistance, shock resistance, increased kill XP. In DZ1 right side they're selling a pretty much god roll holster. The only downside of it is that it's not nimble, it's recovered. If you don't care which talent you have, like on your holster, then just buy this one. You can save some division tech, get some really high main stats. DZ3 left side, the vendor selling some good firearms mods with exotic damage resilience on it. And I would actually buy them because the nade spam in this bracket is unreal. I will do a build video against nades in the future. You can counter the nades pretty good, and it's not only about stacking EDR, but it's a big part of it. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe. At West 42nd, the vendor is selling some performance mods with support station healing speed, which is great for a support build with immunizer. At the DZ9 safe house, the vendor is selling a decent crit damage scope for SMGs and ARs, so if you don't have a better one, just pick it up. At the DZ4 safe house, they are selling a performance mod with pulse critical hit chance. The DZ3 safe house, I almost don't want to say it, but they're selling an SASG with unforgiving and responsive. You can roll the bottom slot to competent and then it's a god roll. But I must say I don't really like players that use shotgun in level 29 bracket because it's too strong and they know it as well. I use shotgun in 256 bracket because everyone was using Pred and Nomad and turrets, and Striker SSG was a pretty good counter against that, but in level 29 you don't have to use shotgun, so if you watch this video, please just play with SMG and assault rifle. But yeah, of course I can't tell you what to do, so yeah, there you have a god roll SSG. At the Dark Zone gear vendor, in the base of operations, they're selling a performance mod with 5.5% first aid self heal. And that was it for the weekly vendor reset. Thank you guys for supporting this series, and I see you next Saturday. Goodbye.